get it all prepaid. What you I'm on it break, no side, no about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Starboy excellence. Them other guys irrelevant. They all on Zoe Kravitz half white, half melanin. Baby face and a white gold tooth cap. I treat the waiter nice, she love that. I mix the blueberry pie. It's not what I wear, it's how I rock that. If I can buy that twice, I'll cut that. Sweet 110, spot that, chop that. Tryna lock me at the tell her it's not that. But he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my part C straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. I'm a #1 like you say. Used to kick ball on the estate back then. T90s. That's a sushi roll. I'm a young CEO, gotta do as you're told. Got at your stack, gotta play your role. I was OT, all shutting down shows from A to B, long way to go. About time they know about me. Hello, the jiggle and clap, jello. I've been on top, where they at? Below, presidential flow, Marilyn Monroe. I got pounds, got euros, stacking them both. But he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my part C straight.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Stafford going to put it up right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and now it's second down. You look at this Niner defense, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here comes the Rams punter now. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Taken in at the 22. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Lance. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. This defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. Finding room in midfield, and down right around the 37. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers! Christian McCaffrey, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because
he's got him in, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Rams at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Going up top for Kupp, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. You look at this Niner defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
He'll let one go deep for Howard. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Again, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Stafford now to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The kick by Marr is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down. And they get it easily. A gain of 5 on 4th and 1. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the 1st.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the 1st down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
From midfield, here's Lance. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Stafford. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Stafford. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
This is taken at the 15. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. If they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, the answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. Dancing to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Stafford looks to throw again.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down. Stafford. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Javon Hargrave forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go, set.
Lance looking to throw it.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now Lance wants to change him up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Right side, and he finds Gray.
That one goes for 30 yards. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line.
On the option right is Lance.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Trey Lance taking it in from the 20. And the 49ers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Stafford on first down. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And his kick is good. He just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is going to have a Niners first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Lance now on first down. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Shotgun now for Lance. And that's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
62 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd down, here's Lance.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
On 1st down, Lance.
Forced out to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You get the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect, but boy, that was force against force.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's caught. 23 yards on the play.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. To the air again, Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Going up top for Kupp. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Stafford. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. To throw is Stafford. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Akers is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Again, it'll be Akers.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Marr able to put this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Now Lance throwing on second down. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing his Lance on third down. Flush to his right. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the 4th quarter when I expected him to throw the ball. And he got a first down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the 4th quarter. Picked up the first, stopped the clock, too.
You know, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Lance to throw on 2nd down here. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lance.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Being chased out left.
He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Lance looking to throw.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Now Lance.
He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. Touchdown! O.J. Howard, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Rams are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Aaron Donald able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Desperation time here. Lance sliding out of the pocket. And I think the ball's out. And this one's going to go out of bounds. So no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Stafford going to throw it. That'll give them 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Throwing is Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Okay, so he stepped foot out of bounds. Charles came back in first to touch it, and they got him for illegal touching.
Yeah, and you know it doesn't matter either, Brandon. Catch it, don't catch it. If you're the first to touch it, that's going to draw a flag.
Third and 2, Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get it.